Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to Story Time with me, Manza. So, today I'm going to try something new with our story number 8. Um, I am trying two different styles of storytelling, and I want you to tell me in the comment box which one you like more. Okay? So, let's start with my new style, and I'll tell you later in the video what style was this and what are the previous styles. Cool? So today's story is the end of Dhritrashtra. So now, as you know, Vidura had come to Hastina and it was his time to go back now. So he was thinking, my brother Dhritrashtra has never followed any of my advice. And I've kept quiet many times, I've spoken many times, but it has all been in vain. So Vidura thought this time he still has to tell this to his brother, even if he doesn't listen, but he must tell him. And he wanted to give him an advice. So Dhritarashtra is now being approached by Vidura, and Vidura tells him, "My beloved brother, you have never listened to the words of advice I spoke in past days. But this one you must listen to me." And Vidura told to Dhritarashtra, "Leave this city and go to the forest." And then he explains his reason. He says, "Please abandon all these comforts and go far away from the city to the forest." Now Dhritarashtra doesn't understand. Why would Vidura tell him so? But he at least wants to understand the reason behind it. So Dhritarashtra turns towards Vidura and asks him, "I do not understand what you are saying. Tell me why I should go to the forest at this old age, helpless as I am with this infirmity. Explain to me why I should go. I know there must be a reason behind this suggestion of yours, Vidura. Why do you ask me to go away?" Well, that makes sense. At least Dhritarashtra is trying to ask to Vidura and to understand. So let's see now what Vidura has to say. Vidura spoke in a gentle and persuasive voice. He said, "The dread Kala is coming fast towards us." Now, what is Kala? It's the death. So he says, "There's nothing that can withstand its power. Death is very near. When the hand of Kala is touching you, you have to renounce this life, which is very dear to you. What then can one say about the other things which are dear to us?" Makes sense, like wealth, kinsmen, power. When you yourself will not be alive, what is the purpose of having all the wealth, right? "So what can all this do when death draws near?" said Vidura. "Let me speak candidly of some home truths," said Vidura to Dhritarashtra. "You have no one whom you can call yours. Your father, your brother, your friends, your sons, all are gone. They are buried in the depth of oblivion. As for your body, old age has almost swallowed it. Think of the house you live in now. Even that does not belong to you. Your sons were killed by Bhima, and now you are eating the food given by Bhima. Surely life is very dear to you if you are prepared to undergo such humiliation. Are you, though? This is the life of yours, my dear brother, is allowed to you out of sufferance." Vidura continues to speak, and he says, "You tried to kill the Pandavas in the house of lack. You tried to kill Bhima by mixing poison with his food. You insulted them and their queen in the court. You stole from them their wealth and their kingdom, and yet they have granted you this life. What is the use of living with such ignominy, my brother? Yeah, everything that Dhritarashtra had right now, well, nothing was his. It was all given by the Pandavas. Even though he did such bad actions and he tried to put Pandavas through so much suffering, Pandavas were still kind to spare him, to let him live with them. Vidura continues to speak, and he says, even if you are unwilling to relinquish this life and these comforts, death is not going to spare you. Whether you like it or not, this body of yours is growing old and with age like a garment which has been used constantly. Think about these truths, he said, for a moment. Be brave for a change, Vidura said to Dhritarashtra. He is asking him to be brave this time instead of being a coward, which he has been all his life. That is some real truths coming from Vidura. He has now gathered the courage to speak to Dhritarashtra candidly because he thinks it is very, very important for Dhritarashtra to learn about these truths in his old age and take the right action. He continues to speak to Dhritarashtra and says, a brave man is one who, having abandoned his wealth, his kith and kin, his sons and his family, goes away in secret to the forest and sheds this human body. This vairagya may come to him of its own accord, or he may adopt it after being told about it. But a man who has the strength of mind to take this course and spend the rest of his life in the forest thinking of the Lord all the while is indeed a prince among men. It is easy enough to be brave when one is young. But the really brave man is one who feels the approach of death and is prepared to shed this body without any regret. Forget this city of pain, brother. Get up and go towards the north, the path to heaven. Dhritarashtra was silent for a long time. He was contemplating on this advice of Vidura. For the first time in his life, he had considered the advice of Vidura. All his life he neglected Vidura as a low man. But this is the time he is considering him. The night had passed, the second yama. Dhritarashtra got up from his bed and told what he had decided to do to his queen. That great lady who had tied up her eyes with a silken scarf on the day she was married, since she did not want to see the world which he could not see. She spoke not a word. Quietly she came and stood by his side. Accompanied by Vidura, the old couple left the palace without anyone knowing about it. Isn't that great? Dhritarashtra open-heartedly listened to Vidura's advice and also accepted it. So there are two learnings from this story. First is that nothing is permanent. However attached you might be to your belongings, to your wealth, we were born with nothing, not even a piece of cloth. And that's how we are going to die. So don't be too detached, my dear children, to your materialistic things. Think about the bigger picture, right? As age passes, as we grow up, we get attached to different things. But do not be attached. That's the main lesson. Be free-flowing. Do not let anything bind you. If you're attached to something, it's gonna make you unhappy when that thing is lost. So enjoy things while you have it. Don't indulge in it. And don't be unhappy when it is gone. Secondly, the relationship with your family. So Vidura had always been, all through his life, he had been thinking for the best of his family. But Dhritarashtra and his sons never considered him their family, like a true family. right? And they never listened to Vidura. Had they listened to Vidura's advice, things like this big Mahabharata would have not happened. The other thing is, Vidura stopped telling the truth and giving the advice when his family, Dhritarashtra and his sons, were not receptive of it. So, thing to learn from this is that listen to your family, even if you think that what you believe is 100% right. Still listen to your family open mindedly. Ponder over it. No one is trying to put you down. Just remember this one truth: only and only your parents and your family is going to love you selflessly. They're going to tell you the truth 100%. They have nothing to gain, nothing to lose out of it. All they are saying is only for you. They have no personal gains out of it, no personal motives after it. So just remember, listen to your family. Okay? So, two lessons from today. First, do not be attached to materialistic things and be grateful for what you have. Second, listen to your family. Okay? I hope you like this video. So the change I am going on for this storytelling is the first 7 stories are sort of a prose style, like I'm reading it out to you. But now what I'm trying is trying to make it more interactive and also bringing in the learning lessons out of it. You can give me more feedback in the comment box to improve. As you are my audience, you know what works the best for you, and I want to give you the best experience of storytelling. So I look forward to your advice and feedback. Thank you so much. Much love to all my dear children around the world. And I'll see you next time. Until then, take care and bye-bye.